Hello, I'm Michael. This is Tarot by the Tree. This is sort of a line between some of the videos we've been doing and the next set of videos that we'll be doing. The first set was 10 videos called Tarot by the Tree and 10 lessons where we revealed our discovery, which was the fact that each of the 22 cards represents one of the Sephira on the Tree of Life and the Tree of Knowledge. This was a big discovery. One of the clues was in the Bible, they mentioned the two trees. And then we kept going down that avenue, and eventually the system became clear to us. We spent the last, more than 78 days now going through all of the major arcana meanings and then all the minor arcana meanings. Those three series give you the system, how it works, how it's related to the Kabbalistic trees, and then each of the 78 cards is explained in that context in relative depth. The idea is that now anybody who has followed this will now have all of the knowledge that we have about the cards. It's their intended meaning. The cards were drawn to teach the secrets of the Kabbalistic trees at a time when carrying obvious religious icons, you may have come under some kind of persecution. This was the hidden wisdom in its framework of Kabbalah, hidden on top of more or less an ordinary deck of playing cards. Everybody now knows what the cards mean. And we've lifted them a little bit out of just relying on the pictures. One of the beauties of knowing this system is that not only can you say what the cards are, you're able to say what they are not. For instance, the Strength card, a woman holding a lion's jaws, somebody might say, this woman is demonstrating compassion. But she's not. She's on the path, on the column of severity. That's the female aspect of strength, and she is not showing compassion. She's not killing the lion because it benefits her not to kill him. We know some things that the cards are not, and that helps us a lot when we use them for fortune telling. And that's where we're going next. With the knowledge of the cards, we do get some wisdoms. We know that just giving is the highest form of love. We know that anybody who has a lot of adulation will become bedeviled over time. And a lot of these relationships we fully understand now. And with that understanding, people can use their intuition rather than starting with intuition. And the cards become amorphous, which can also mean muddled. Now we have a very distinct meaning for each card, and now your intuition can come into play, relating the cards to the question and relating the cards to each other. And we're going to start doing some spreads for fortune telling that I've developed over the years, and there are so many, as we've mentioned, Celtic Cross and Tree of Life, Celtic spread, Tree of Life spread. There are all kinds. The system we use is we map out on a piece of paper what each card place represents, and then we lay the cards down in that pattern so that people understand, and it's tailor-made for the people. I find it works well because we're not trying to shoehorn their question into an established arrangement. Each arrangement is custom made to answer their question, and you'll see how it works. I'm very comfortable with it, and people tend to respond well. As I mentioned, Jocelyn will be visiting her mom for a week, and we're going to take that time off. I have a couple of people have written in with questions. I haven't looked at them yet, but I'll study those over the next week and draw up a little pattern, and I'll show you how our system is used for the purpose of fortune telling. We sent everybody out a questionnaire, and rather than just make up scenarios to teach the different ways of fortune telling that I know, and I'm aware there are far more ways of doing it than I'm aware of. Uh, it will really help if we can have certain questions answered, because when people do come in for a tarot reading, you do get a bit of information. It's more difficult when it's via electronics like this, when you don't know very much. You might phrase things differently if it was for a 10-year-old and a 60-year-old. Male and female may come into play. But again, I did mention that anybody that sort of wants to test the system and see how it works with limitations, you can be as mysterious as you want and just give me your question, and I'll just answer the question. My usual fallback is to say, I don't know what this means, but I will let the card speak for itself, and I'll tell you what the card means. So here are the questions that we came up with, and the questions aren't really special. They're just the kind of things that might help us get a bit of an image of the aspirant, of the person who's come in, the querent who's come in with the questions. Your name or what you'd like to be called, and you can make up something if you want, or use your real name. It just makes it more interesting than saying this person. Uh, your age, I've sort of drawn it into what I think are periods of our life. Uh, that's optional. Again, it's a bit of information, and when you're reading someone's fortune, it can make a big difference if you're at the beginning of your life's journey or at the end of your life's journey. Your gender, again, that's optional. It often doesn't really matter, because a person could be male, but the things they're asking about may pertain to his feminine nature and vice versa. But it is information, and when we're fortune telling, every bit of information can be used. Occupations you've had, that's just part of your life story, and we may get a better sense of you through that if you choose to talk about that. Has anything in your life changed recently? That lets us know things that are important to you. What's your emotional state regarding this question? Uh, and normally you could pick that up if somebody came in and asked for a reading. Uh, are they fearful? Is there some apprehension? Are they looking forward? Is this a card about finding your soulmate or twin flame? Very interesting, and it helps us make a reading. Basically, how would the answer to this question make you feel? And finally, your question. What are you going to ask the tarot cards? It could be about another person, a choice you're facing, what the future holds. Keep it short and specific. Some things people often ask are there's somebody I know, I would like to understand our relationship. I'd like to know a little bit more about what's going on between us. And I have a set way of doing that. That's one of the simpler readings that basically consists of two vertical 3-card spreads. And we'll get into that. we, I don't know if we'll get to everybody. Well, at this point, it looks like we might be able to, and it could be interesting. I'm not very techy. Jocelyn is my tech team, and she says that we have decided that recording the sessions ahead of time would be more appropriate and then uploading them to YouTube. Sure, that sounds good. I guess we'd see both of us, and
Well, you'd see the cards that would be
okay. Oh, you
spread,
see the cards.
and then we would see the the person asking the question.
Okay, and I think too, Jocelyn, this gives us sort of the um, right not to put it on too, right? We it will be taped first and then posted after.
That's right.
Okay, so that
Janelle is asking, where is the questionnaire? It's right there. If you click on more, you know how there's a description area under the video. Click on more, and all that information that Mike just read is there.
okay. So Josh says there's a place on your screen that says more, and that will take you where you want to go. I hope, but let us know if it doesn't. I'm the worst person to ask for this kind of
Yes.
thing. We've also said that we are in EDT, which is Eastern, what time?
It's Eastern
Daylight
Daylight Time,
time.
which is New York time. It's
Okay,
that.
we're in the same time zone as New York, but we're not in New York. And if you want to provide your time zone, we can maybe figure out a time when it's convenient for us to do this.
Reading.
Oh, it's starting to sound complicated to me. This can be very simple, actually. And
It will be. We'll just,
yeah,
once you send us your email, then we can email back. And when we decide on the date and the time, I'll just send out an invite to the Zoom meeting, and we'll proceed from there.
okay. Joss does this a lot, with family and friends and with her Kabbalah groups and things like that. I mentioned on the form, remember, tarot doesn't predict the future. It reveals possibilities and offers a different perspective to your situation. And okay, it'll be more or less what we've been doing for the last 78 episodes. We'll be in a room, and the ones that we upload will be from Zoom, and there'll be some one of you out there will post some questions. We'll come up with a little template. And as I mentioned, this will be done live, at least from my perspective. I won't be arranging the cards. I'm not trying to have the cards say this and that. So this will be kind of raw. We'll lay the cards down and we'll hopefully see them fit into your question and provide answers. All right. Hopefully this isn't confusing to anybody. We're trying to make it as simple as we can. If you have any concerns or questions, let us know. I think Joss will probably be able to answer better than me. Jocelyn, is there anything else we should talk about?
No, I think everything's pretty clear. They just have to send all their answers to tarotbythetree at gmail.com. And if they have questions, they can ask them there.
Good. I think everybody's up to date. If the original 10 series, Tarot by the Tree, if you haven't looked at lesson 4 and 5, that will give you the overview. That's the key to the whole understanding of the tarot cards. And we'll take the week now. I hope anybody who's comfortable can send me any question you want. It doesn't have to be personal, it can be general, it can be anything you want to see an answer to, and we'll just see what the cards say. So have a good week, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.